Well, hello, Taurus, and welcome to Mystic Door Tarot. This is Barb with your May mid-month tarot reading. Now, if you're new to the channel, welcome. And if you're a regular, welcome back. So let's just dive in and see what's going on for the week. And as always, the reading won't be for everyone. These are general readings. Take what resonates and leave the rest. So let's see what's coming through. And first off, let's see what crystal's coming through, Taurus. What crystal is being suggested for Taurus for the week? Here we go. And we have red spinel. In regards to action, courage, energy. And the crystal fact here. An enormous wine red spinel adorns the front of Britain's imperial state crown. Okay. Anyone from the UK probably already knows that. So red spinel. Action, courage, and energy. All right. Now I did pull out, this is an angel-themed reading. We're really looking for angelic guidance here. What's coming through? What message for Taurus, please? All right, Taurus, we have distraction. Which negative influences are draining you of your life force? Decide whether they are really worth your attention or if there are better ways to use your time. So what's distracting you from completing your goals? Something, some kind of negative influence is pulling you away, further and further away from what you want to do. And if I remember correctly, you had that, about your time and energy to really, it was a Six of Pentacles energy where what's worth your time, your energy, your effort. And so this is more of that same message. Decide whether you are really, decide whether they, referring to people, are really worth your attention or if there are better ways to use your time. So something is pulling you away from your work or your focus. So think about that. What do you need to eliminate? All right, Archangel Michael, what message do you have for Taurus? And we have, be honest with yourself. All your feelings, even the difficult ones, have a message for you. Accept your truth, then let source take it from there. These two cards go hand in hand about being honest with yourself and really thinking about, what keeps distracting you from getting things done, you might say. It could be as simple as that. What is the distraction? All right, let's check in on the angel numerology for the week. It's coming through for Taurus. And we have prosperity, 808. Embrace your potential and welcome prosperity. You are making wise decisions and heading in the right direction. So whatever's distracting you, you're coming to that realization this week. You're being honest with yourself, and then you'll be able to embrace your potential and welcome in prosperity. So it is already indicating that you're going to be making the right decisions, heading in the right direction. So all right, and I did pull out Angels of Atlantis, so let's see what message you have for Taurus. What message is coming through? All right, Raphael, cleansing. Well, the message here with cleansing is about water and fire are the forces brought by the oracle to draw you into the harmony that Raphael wishes for you. So eliminating the distraction, being honest with yourself so that you can embrace the potential and welcome in prosperity. So it's suggesting a cleansing ritual. Maybe there's been an experience, a situation where you went beyond beyond your creative potential, you might say. And now it's kind of like a draining energy is what I'm picking up. So you need to cleanse and purify and, get yourself grounded, centered, and balanced. But I feel that part of this is whatever keeps pulling you off task, the distraction, can also be what is draining your energy as well. And so that's keeping you from this prosperity here. So making wise decisions will get you going in the right direction. So once again, you have something that is vying for your time and pulling you off course, you might say. So let's check in with the Angel Tarot. Let's see what's coming through. Messages and guidance for Taurus, please. What's coming through? What does Taurus need to be aware of besides paying attention to distraction? Message for Taurus, please. What is the message for Taurus? We have the Nine of Swords, stress. That's kind of, this is what's causing right here. You have to really be honest. What are you thinking about over and over and over again? What's draining? As it says here, and that's why you got the cleansing card. Which negative influences are draining you of your life force? Decide whether they are really worth your attention or if there are better ways to use your time. This is something that you keep running over and over and over. It's stressing you out. So a lot of time and energy being wasted on this. So whatever it is, it's going to be different for each and every Taurus individual. There's something that has really been draining your energy. What else for Taurus? Message, please. We have the Queen of Pentacles. This is you. This is you, Taurus. I know it's officially Capricorn's card and energy nerd sign, though. It's like get back to being grounded, the basics. It says comfort on here. So the Queen of Pentacles is all about gathering up your resources, eliminating negative influences that are draining your energy. Be totally honest with yourself and get yourself, the cleansing message here is about getting yourself back online, you might say. So there's resources available for you. And it can be a Capricorn will help you. Can also be that indication. So, all right. Message for Taurus. We have the Ten of Swords. Endings. Yeah. Okay, this is good. I'm glad to see the Ten of Swords. You're putting an end to what is really draining your energy. It could be a negative, low vibrational person around. You're putting an end to it. And it's a very determined energy that I'm picking up. Everything that the cards are saying, you are being honest with yourself. You're accepting the truth. You're doing something about it. You're putting an end to it. So I like to see that the Ten of Swords. You get the people that really distract you, pull you off task. Vying for your time. And you find yourself not being able to get everything done. What other message for Taurus? The Page of Swords, and we have gossip. There's someone around you that is creating like negative energy. Almost, and this actually could be someone in the workplace, someone around you that always likes to come up and tell you about what's going on in regards to someone else. That's draining the energy right out of you. It can be somebody that is talking about, gossiping about other people or situations or whatever, and it's kind of useless information. So this could be the energy you really need to eliminate. What negative influences are draining you of your life force? Okay. Bottom of the deck, overall energy, we've got the Five of Cups. There's someone that's really unhappy around you. It can be this same person here, the Page of Swords. Just unhappy with their life. I don't feel it's you, Taurus. There might be an aspect of your life that you're not thrilled with, but this Five of Cups, something might have ended. Certainly it can be with you getting the Ten of Swords. I feel that's putting an end to whatever's draining your energy. Could be a habit that you're giving up that's kind of hard. So that would produce the Five of Cups loss. This is something that's playing out in the background. So somebody around you can be really coming to you for advice, leaning on you a lot. A lot. You know, to the point where if it's at work, you try to dodge this person because the distraction is so huge. You know, maybe they're going through a breakup. So, yeah. Could be someone around you that's been leaning on you an awful lot. And you're going to be putting an end to it. You've tried to help them as best you can. We do have the Wheel of Fortune coming out with the Nine of Swords. The wheel's turning in your favor. You're putting an end to, you know, what's stressing you out, what's draining your energy. You've got the resources here. And kind of like, going into your comfort zone. You know, doing, eating comfort food, getting yourself, things that the comfy clothes, comfort food, things that make you feel better. So what's pairing up with this Queen? Seven of Swords. Coming up with a game plan. This is not so much people sneaking around. I'm not picking up that energy, but I am picking up the Seven of Swords can be being proactive. So gathering up your resources, being proactive to put an end to any kind of negative influence that's really draining the life out of you. So pairing up with this Ten of Swords is Temperance. Okay. Really cutting things back into moderation. Temperance is a card of moderation. It's trial and error. It might take a couple times, especially if you have a very strong force that's been leaning on you a lot. You're going to have to kind of like suggest you need to figure it out. I feel that if you've really been letting someone cry on your shoulder, maybe about a breakup or circumstances or whatnot, it's just become you have become their go-to person to just vent to, and that doesn't do them any good. It certainly doesn't do any good to you. So that's what I'm picking up. So all of this, you really have to realize it and be honest with yourself, because the number one thing that it's doing, it's preventing prosperity and the potential for it to come in. 808, you have 8 and then the 0 amplifies it. And then another 8. So it's almost like I feel like there's the abundance, the prosperity can come in, and then it gets really emphasized, and then it's got another chance to come in. But this energy here is what is distracting you. So what's pairing up with this Page of Swords? The Page of Swords is... it can be an individual that's really always digging for like the gossip. Knight of Wands. Could be a Sagittarian coming to your aid, putting an end to it. I see them saying no more, or one sentence. This could be a male Sagittarian coming in and just saying something to this person in defense for you, so you don't have to say it, Taurus, and that puts an end to it. So that's really interesting, because that is what my guides just had me say to you. A lot of this is channeled. When I start talking, half the time I don't even know what's coming through. But yeah, that's there's a Sagittarius, and coming in very quickly and putting an end to whatever's draining your energy. There's a particular person around you. It's not the first time, I think, Taurus, that you seem to attract these people because you have such confidence and enthusiasm and you handle things. You know, you're Taurus, the bull, and people lean on you a lot. Too much so. So, all right. Think of a question, something you've been thinking about. You can pause the video, but I've got the angel answer deck here, so we're going to see what the answer is. Sometimes it can be a simple like yes or no question, but let's see what comes out. So Taurus, an answer for Taurus's question, what they're thinking about. And we have improving health. Okay, if you had a health-related question, improving health, or it might have been about somebody else. All right, Taurus, that is the messages for the week. Sorry, I hit the camera. Thank you so much for joining me, sending you love and abundance to make it a great week.